Welcome back. It's been another rough week. Let's get right into it.
Another rough week. Both clubs, yet again, a bit disappointing. A slight positive for City. We actually got a point.
You know, you take that at this point if you're either of us.
Right.
I mean, you take the points where you can get them.
It's Everton,
Especially when you're in the bottom 14.
We should have won, yes. United in the bottom 14. City, though, we should have won. Haaland has a penalty chance. Misses it, or it's saved, Pickford saves it. So he saved it, gets the rebound. Haaland scores it, but it's offside. No goal. That was our chance. That was our chance to get a win. We should have won. I felt we could have won that game. We had more opportunities than Everton, obviously.
I agree.
We should have won. It feels like there's not much more to say about City that couldn't have been said last week or the week before. Defensively we looked a little bit better.
A little bit, yeah. Everton's not fantastic going forward.
It's Everton.
But it's Everton. But you know what? Like Tanner said, you take a point where you can get them. It was important that they got that point. Everton, not that great. Not, that great of a team.
Tough, though.
But they're tough. Everton's not that great going forward, but, like Tanner said, a point is a point, and you take it any place you can get it. At home against Everton, you expect 3 points,
yes.
But like Tanner said, the last few weeks, the last 2 months haven't been great. To get a point is good in, the frame of things, but if you just take it into this one singular game, you expect 3 points almost every time. I've got my own suspicions on why they're so bad. I honestly think that they've been told what their punishment's going to be or something along those lines. Because how else? Or they've stopped doing their PEDs, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Lord.
But how did this team get one win in the last 11 or 12 games? I don't understand it. Other than just getting a stake to your heart by basically saying, hey, you're going to be stripped of this or you're going to be relegated to this or whatever. I really think they've been told their punishment and they've lost the hope and the passion to go forward.
We don't have
they don't
any
look
reinforcements.
themselves.
No, we don't have any reinforcements. We've had the same team for these guys for the last 5 or 6 years. We haven't been rejuvenating the squad enough.
What changed from 6 months ago, though?
We don't have, obviously, the star man Rodri, a Ballon d'Or winner, which is a huge part of your team. We continue to get injured at the back. We don't have newer reinforcements in the midfield, and we're bringing back players like Gundogan. That just shows you a 33-year-old Gundogan. We don't have the players to continue to keep this fresh. We don't have people to come off the bench, obviously. Pep doesn't trust our youngsters, so he's not going to play them. We're going to continue to play the guys who have been here for a while and have more experience. It is what it is. We need new players. We need, especially in midfield. It's not just a holding midfielder, just in midfield in general.
You need bodies.
We need creative players in midfield. We need defenders in midfield. We need box-to-box. We need everything. In midfield specifically, it's the biggest part.
Yeah.
We could use a winger or two. A backup striker would be nice. Because Haaland is playing all the time and he's just there. Not getting any service, and
he's not doing anything.
When you've been relying on Kevin De Bruyne for so long, and he's not the same as he was, and now we don't have anybody else who has that creativity that we're at least seeing right now. I think Savinho has creativity about him and can get an assist here and there, but not in the way that a consistent basis, right? Like Kevin De Bruyne. We don't have that anymore. Phil Foden isn't that type of player. Bernardo Silva isn't that type of player. Bernardo Silva is run ragged now. Bernardo Silva, think about how much that guy has run for Pep Guardiola over the last 5 seasons or 4 seasons, whatever, bro. Think about Ilkay Gundogan. We have a 33-year-old midfielder.
I know.
Kevin De Bruyne's 33 or something like that as well. We have Kovacic is hurt. Rodri's out. So when it comes to midfield specifically, which is the main part of a Pep Guardiola team, when that isn't functioning right, the whole thing is pretty much it's fucked.
Understandable, but I just feel like there has to be something that's going on. Whether I don't even know. That's just me thinking of something that could potentially explain. But yes, the injury.
There's obviously something more to it.
Problems.
There should be there's some psychological thing going on
There's
because
gotta
of the
be
losses
some voodoo
and
or
things
something.
like that.
Somebody put a hex on Pep, I swear.
I think it's overwhelmness of certain players are just tired, and they've been doing this for so long. You win 4 in a row, like not even trying to suck their cock that much, but I mean you did just win 4 in a row, and like, oh, you can't do 5. Like at some point, you know, when you have the same guys doing the same thing week in and week out for years on end, at some point you need some fresh faces.
Why?
We're still having Kyle Walker start it right back, even though every other play is getting fucking rinsed. Okay? Enrico Lewis, who, he's doing his best. I mean, he's a young kid. He's doing his best. He's playing midfield. Is he playing right back? I mean, we don't really know. And at the same time, I think a lot of it does come down to Pep Guardiola and some of his decisions that he's not playing the youngsters. That's one of the things I think he should be doing. Tactically, just having people going so far forward and leaving Gundogan all by himself in the midfield. And he's just... I feel bad for the guy. He can't do that. He should be attacking the box as he was doing in our treble-winning season, as he was doing in all the seasons past. He should be attacking the box. He should be the late run in the box. But no, we're having to have Gundogan stay back. Rico Lewis is so young, inexperienced, and he can't do it to that level yet.
Not yet.
He can't do it to that level yet. Right? So when you have guys, everybody's playing bad. And then on top of that, there's just like some sort of just bad feeling going on. I think when you've been losing so much, it kind of gets to you, and it's even harder to get back on track. You know, as we've seen with United, it's pretty fucking difficult to gather a few wins when you've been losing so damn much. It's difficult.
But I think one of the key differences between my squad and United's squad and City's squad is that City have the quality. Like, United are just not a good team. Like, they're not playing bad. They're just not. They're just,
at the same time,
bad.
though, you have to think, though, it's again to my last point. They're just not the same that they were. So we can say the talent's there. Yes, the talent was there,
but it was
2
there
years
6 months ago.
We have a bunch of injuries. People go out. We've even come to a point where we're substituting our goalies. How often do people sub in their backup goalie for how many games Ortega's been playing? And no shame on Ortega. I love Ortega. He's a great goalie. He could start. But the fact that we're even doubting our goalie, our starting goalie coming in and out, and just guys are unreliable. And again, I know people are going to hate on this, and Trevin's going to hate on this, but when you have the Ballon d'Or winner missing from your team, who arguably plays the most important position in a Pep Guardiola system, is out, and his replacement on a good day is Kovacic. Kovacic, okay, nowhere near the level, right? That's what I mean. We don't have any sub guys for him. Haaland, who's going to replace Haaland if Haaland gets hurt? We're going to have to go back to a false 9. We have no striker, I'll tell you that, Trevin. Certain positions, when Kevin De Bruyne goes out, who the fuck is going to create a chance, Trevin? No one.
The wonder kid, Phil Foden.
So you have to think that these guys... Phil Foden, honestly, that's the one guy who I really can't speak anything on. He should be doing more. I mean, when you got... Those are
all
newer
three
guys,
of those
though.
players are better than any winger that
Doku's
United
a newer
have,
guy.
other than Rashford.
That's crazy. The thing is, though, we need new players. We need new legs. We need fresher ideas. These guys are tired. They aren't the same as they once were. And it pains me to have to say that. Yeah. Kevin De Bruyne, probably my favorite City player. He's not the same as he was, right? He can put in a good 60, 70 minutes, and I love him for it. But he's not playing the full 90, pinging in passes anymore. Bernardo Silva can't keep running miles and miles and miles a game as he once did. Obviously, no Rodri. Kovacic isn't what we need in that defensive midfield role. Gundogan, I mean, like I said earlier, I just feel bad for this guy because he's a winner and he's the captain of a treble-winning team, and to see him being put in the positions, he's just getting embarrassed, and it's sad to see because he shouldn't be there. He should be forward, more forward, helping out. and he's not. We're not being able to do that. We got Ruben Diaz getting hurt. We got people sitting at the back all by themselves, our center backs. So what the fuck are they going to do? I mean, it's almost like a Tottenham situation. The center backs are back there by themselves.
It's a rough deal.
A draw against Everton, it is what it is. We'll take it. I expected a win, obviously, but, honestly, I can't say I expected a win because of how we've been playing. So, a draw against Everton, we'll take it. It's points. Hopefully we can continue on. We have a little bit easier run of matches coming up. A little bit easier matches, you'd say, on paper at least. So, hopefully we can take some points from these, gain some confidence, get some players back. Ruben Diaz out again. We need him back. Players like that. So hopefully we can start getting it together.
For as much shit as I gave City, I gotta equally give some to United. We were horrible. I mean, you lose 2-0 to Wolves. Really, it was 1-0 until the 95th minute, and then they get another one as we're trying to get one to even it up. But to even be in that position, it's rough. Like, I think this is more of a quality issue as opposed to City's form issue. I think their players know that they belong there, and it's just, I don't know what it is, like Tanner was saying, but I think United have a real quality issue. I think United lack the quality to compete for top 4, honestly. Like, the Europa League, yeah, it'd be great to win it. That's awesome, but at the same time, I don't think we can do that either. I don't think we can beat Arsenal in the FA Cup. There's hope. I'm always hopeful. I always want my team to win, but right now, you just kind of have to be a realist. You kind of have to realize, hey, it's about to be January 1st, and we're 14th. So
you look at where they were with Ten Hag, 13th, and not to say, like trying to trash Amarin or anything. He's inherited a squad that is, top 8, a top 8 squad.
Yeah,
it's a top 9, top 8 squad. I mean, it's not guaranteed Europe. The team, you got players in there who, are good and, could be doing a little bit better.
Yeah. You got some players that aren't even being included because they don't want to be here or they're being forced out. So we don't really know what's going on. Rashford situation.
You see drama. You see things like that. It's just, you get the squad, the formations, and then the new tactics and things, they look good and
they're going to take time.
It's 100% going to take time. So I think him implementing these tactics with these players is brave because they're, maybe they're not all the status quo of Amarin, of an Amarin player, what he wants in certain positions, certain types of profiles and things like that. Maybe they don't have those guys quite yet, but that's going to take time to come along. But these players, that's probably the biggest talking point because we can trash all these managers from the past, and some of them were pretty good. Some of them could have been given a little bit more time. Some of them should have got sacked sooner. Some of them so. But at the end of the day, these players, Bruno's the only one who's kind of been consistent for United for the last 5 years or so, or 4 years. I don't even know how long. He seems to be the only one who has been there and played well. Other guys, you got Kobe Manu coming in playing well. You see a bunch of new young faces, a lot of potential, but it's just like they're missing something, and it's just those players need to be doing better. We can talk about tactics and managers all day, but people wearing the Man United shirt need to be doing better.
They need to do better, and that starts with Bruno, the captain, not getting sent off in the 46th minute. Yeah. You get a red or a yellow card 15 minutes in for a stupid, rash challenge. And I'm a big Bruno fan. I never will be somebody that's like, no, we should get rid of Bruno. Bruno's a problem. No, he is fantastic. He's everything that this club should represent. He is everything that a football player for Manchester United should represent. But at the same time, you got to be able to be on the field, because when you do these stupid, rash challenges that happen in the worst, horrible moments, in the most crucial moments where we need you or someone like you to create something or finish something off, you weren't there.
0-0 away at Wolves at that point in the game.
And it's looking back and forth. Wolves are always a tricky opponent, especially when they're at home, they are pretty good. Their new manager has them playing pretty well. I don't think that they're going to do, that great this year. At the end of the year, we're going to look back and they'll probably be bottom half.
They'll be in the Prem, maybe.
But they should be in the Prem still. So they're a tough team, but at the same time, we're United. We should be getting those wins, but we couldn't even get a draw. We end up losing because
10 man.
10 man. I mean, what else can you do? Cunha goes through and he just absolutely rinsed us. It was like kind of watching Ronaldo against United in the preseason for Sporting. Because unfortunately, I think he may be somebody that we're going to be looking at. Like, yes, he would provide something different, but I don't think we should spend the 50, 60 million price tag that he'll probably have, that I don't think he deserves. But because he's a Premier League player, because he's on TV every week, everyone knows his name.
I mean, it's hard to say that. He's having a good season, and it's hard to also say that when he just put a goal and assist on the team that you're rooting for.
Yeah,
he is a good player. Whoever gets him, they'll like him, but they'll probably overpay for him, especially if it's a Prem team.
I think so too.
But Wolves, I mean, that second half they were just better, more clinical with their chances. Yeah. Again, we see United set piece extravaganza of a team they are. I mean, the corner goals that they've conceded is wow.
I mean, we were really bad on set pieces from the time Moyes took over all the way to now. I mean, we've still been bad, but we got a little bit better when we hired the guy from Chelsea, Ramsey. He was a set piece coach. He did some pretty okay stuff. Like, we weren't terrible anymore at set pieces. He's now gone, and whoever they have now, you may as well get a bucket and a mop out there because he's not doing anything.
Yeah, they have been pretty fucking ass from corners.
Onana he's now gotten scored on twice from the corner. Like the corner taker scores. Thank you. The corner taker scores. That's twice now. Son did it, and now Cunha did it. I mean, how you can't be stronger in the box? Yes, people are going to be on top of you. Yes, people are going to be grabbing you and pushing you and shoving. You're the goalkeeper. Get your ass out there and grab the fucking ball. I mean, just get the ball. That is your job. Keep the ball out of the back of the net. And you have done it twice now that you let the corner taker score. I don't know how you fix that other than to get the fucking ball. Don't rely on somebody else. Just get it. Especially when now there's a growing trend of, hey, we might be able to pull this off. If you can really get one in there, put some pressure on him, get people around Onana, he's going to make a mistake. United are going to make a mistake because we're terrible at set pieces. They go on to score another one. They
2-0.
They get another one after we're trying to get one back. We're attacking and throwing bodies forward.
Anthony trying some things.
Yeah,
I mean, when you come to that, you've come to the circumstance of throwing Anthony on the pitch and he's making things happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rough spot. So, hopefully, like Tanner said with City, hopefully United can get back into some winning ways, figure something out, because we're going to need some points if we want to be in Europe in any competition. And if we are in the Conference League, I would rather just miss.
I am really hoping we can make Champions League still. That's where I'm at with City. I just hope we can make Champions League. I'm really looking forward to watching the January camps for the USMNT.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'll finally be able to watch soccer. And
that we actually can enjoy.
Probably want to enjoy it. And, even if we do not win, I'll still be enjoying it. Yeah. Watching the USA play. It's going to be fun, and it's Venezuela. I think we play first in the January camp. Winnable. So, when that happens, we'll let you know. But for our clubs right now, it's kind of an L form. Yeah.
Kind of shitty right now.
Yeah. So, we'll let you know what happens next time with the next stuff. Next time.
Nice.